Welcome back to Double Down University. I'm back at you guys with another college basketball prize picks video, and today I have two picks for the late night slate of games. First one being Texas versus NC State. I like Arthur Kaluma over 21.5 points and rebounds, as well as Jason Edwards. Plays for Vanderbilt. He's going up against Virginia Tech. I like his points over 16.5, so let's get into it. Let's start off with Jason Edwards first, and then we'll get into Arthur Kaluma. Alrighty, so with Jason Edwards, right? The reason why I like him strictly for points is because, for one, his team has a mid-range in their proximity advantage as well as a field goal percentage advantage as well. They like to play fast tempo. Virginia Tech's like to slow it down. They're 306th in the country in pace. But I think that Virginia Tech will be forced to kind of play at Vanderbilt's pace, especially if they're scoring. So they will pretty much have no choice to play there, or it could just be a mid-tempo game, not too fast, not too slow. But he is one of their best shooters. He has heavy volume of shooting, and I'll show you guys that. Let's see. Let's exit these out. Let's see. Let's go to Vanderbilt. Let's see here. Hold up. Vanderbilt. Cool. And Vanderbilt. Cool. Delete that. Alright, so with Vanderbilt, we're going to look at their minutes or usage percentage. That is a big key. And then as well as field goal attempts per game. See here, field goal attempts per game. Where are you? Here it is. Okay, so cool. So usage and field goal percent right here averages 12 shots. He has the super highest usage rate on the team. He's 32%. The next closest is AJ Hoggard at 26%, and he only manages to take 9 shots a game. So if they're going to be shooting, most of it's going to come from him. He is their walk-in bucket on their team. And he also has a pretty good effective field goal percentage. I'm big on that because, especially if you have a team that plays slow, you want to be effective scoring wise. You don't want ineffective scores. And ineffective scores, you would more so likely tend to take them in a longer, quicker paced game because it's going to be more possessions. And I kind of talked about that a little while ago when I was picking a player in one of my previous videos. But effective field goal percentage, he does pretty good. He's over 50%. He's 57%, which is not bad. Especially when you're taking that volume of shots. And then, so what I did was on the scatter plot, right? Looked at all the games he went over against, all the teams he went over against, as well as their current opponent, which is Virginia Tech. So as you can see here, they allow a lot of points in the paint. They allow 30 points in the paint, as well as an effective field goal percentage of 51%. Anything over 50% is pretty bad in college. You want it to be like the really, really good teams like Spino. They're like 46%. Now, granted, they're not a good team, but this is just an example. A good team would be somewhere in the 46 to below to be really, really good at effective field goal percentage of their opponents. But Virginia Tech is right here, kind of comparable to Cal. So we're going to look and see what he did against Cal. So against Cal, he put up 18 points. And he had 13 attempts. He made 8 shots of 13. Did he get to the free throw line? No free throw attempts. So super efficient night. And that's what we're going to need tonight from him. Is super efficient. He made 2 out of 4 threes. And that's pretty much it. And he had a super high usage rate of 38% that game. So I'm looking for another repeat performance with him of going over 16.5 points tonight. Now let's get into our next matchup. Next matchup is Texas versus NC State. When I looked at this game from a matchup perspective, one thing that stood out to me is that NC State is really poor at total rebounds as well as defensive rebounds, as they're 238th in the country and opponents' total rebounds per game. And then they're also an average team as far as defensively, as far as scoring, but they allow a lot of points in the paint, as you guys can see here in their matchup. The only advantage Texas really has is free throw shooting as well as near proximity. So I wanted to target their top rebounder or somebody that's top tier in rebounding that they had on the board. Closest thing I could find is Arthur Kaluma. He has a really good rebound percentage as well as he gets fouled a lot. He likes to get to the line and get free throws, so they have an advantage there as well as near proximity. A lot of his shots come from around the rim, as you can see here. 55% of his points come from in the paint, and he has an effective field goal percentage of 64%, which is good as well. And then, like I said, personal fouls drawn per game, he's top with that as well. He's averages around 3.71 personal fouls drawn per game, so that bodes well for us as well. And then, like I said, rebound percentage was big for me. He is in the league of his own pretty much. He has a 13% rebound percentage, and we're going to tie that along with his minutes. Let's see how many minutes he plays, because that's crucial as well. Minutes should be at the bottom. Minutes, type it in. There it is. Okay, so minutes per game averages right around 30 minutes per game, which is the second highest, but behind Trey Johnson at 31 minutes. And as you can see, his rebound percentage is only 5%. But this kid is a walking bucket. When I tell you, this is probably the best freshman class I've ever seen in college basketball. Like, there are so many good players. Trey Johnson is one of them. He's considered a top 5 pick. Straight up shooter, can score at will, can score from anywhere on the floor, 3-level scorer. But we're going to focus on Arthur Kaluma today because we're going to target a rebounding advantage that they should have on the boards, and he's going to factor into that as long as he doesn't get into foul trouble. Let's look at his foul trouble. Personal fouls per game. As you can see here, he does pretty well. Actually, I thought he would be worse than that because I've been following his career for a long time, and he does commit stupid fouls. So if he doesn't get into foul trouble, which he only averages 1.57 fouls per game, he should be on pace to be able to go over this line of 21.5. So those are my 2 picks. I'm not going to hold you guys long. Go over them one more time. Arthur Kaluma over 21.5 points and rebounds, as well as Jason Edwards over 16.5 points. I appreciate you guys. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.